$300,000 in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth more than a luxury car or even a house. Before we dive into the story behind this incredible coin and explore what makes it so valuable, let's take a quick journey through the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it replaced the Indian head cent. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB you can sometimes spot on the coin's reverse, depending on the year and variation. For over a century, the Lincoln penny has been in continuous production, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. Now, fast forward to the 1990s. By 1996, the United States Mint had already transitioned from the original bronze composition to a copper-plated zinc coin, which started in 1982. That change meant that modern pennies were lighter and cheaper to produce, but also more prone to damage and corrosion. The Denver Mint, marked by the letter D below the date, was one of the main mints producing these coins. In 1996 alone, the Denver Mint struck billions of pennies, so what makes one of them worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's find out. The key lies in a combination of factors: rarity, condition, minting errors, and collector demand. While billions of pennies were made, only a few were struck with unique characteristics that make them truly special. Among them, certain 1996 Lincoln cents display extraordinary minting errors or exceptional preservation that sets them apart from the rest. Some of these coins were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally made using metal blanks intended for another denomination. Others show double die errors, where the design appears doubled due to misalignment during the minting process. And then there are those flawless examples, coins graded by professional services as MS-70, meaning they are in perfect mint state condition. These are the ones that make collectors' hearts race. Now, let's talk about the specific 1996 Lincoln cent that reached an astonishing market value of $337,000. This particular coin was in pristine condition, with a flawless surface, sharp details, and a brilliant luster that made it stand out among millions of others. It was authenticated and graded by one of the leading coin grading companies, which certified it as a perfect specimen. Because of its exceptional state and the rarity of finding such a coin after nearly 3 decades, it attracted intense bidding among collectors. When it went to auction, the price kept climbing higher and higher until it finally reached that unbelievable figure, $337,000. So, how can you tell if you might have one of these valuable coins sitting in your collection, or even in your pocket change? The first step is to take a close look at your pennies from 1996, especially those with the D Mint mark. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the details. Look for doubling on the date or lettering, especially around the word Liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." Pay attention to any unusual texture or raised areas on the coin's surface. Also, check the overall condition. Coins that still have their original mint luster, with no scratches or wear, are much more desirable to collectors. If you believe you found a coin that looks special, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC can authenticate and evaluate your coin, giving it an official grade that determines its value. Even coins that aren't perfect but are in higher mint states, like MS-65 or MS-66, can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their rarity and demand. The 1996 Lincoln cent story reminds us of something truly fascinating about coin collecting. Sometimes, the most ordinary things in life can hold extraordinary value. A penny that most people would overlook or drop on the ground can actually be a treasure worth a fortune. It's a perfect example of why collectors love the hobby so much. Every coin tells a story. Every small imperfection, every shine, every detail carries a piece of history with it. Now, let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special beyond just its financial value. The design itself carries a legacy that connects generations. The obverse, or the front, shows the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of integrity, courage, and freedom. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, representing unity and the enduring spirit of the nation. Even though millions of these coins were made, each one represents a small part of the American story. Holding a coin like this is like holding a piece of history in your hands. In the collector's market today, the demand for rare Lincoln cents continues to grow. As more people learn about these hidden gems, prices for high-grade examples have skyrocketed. Auction houses and online marketplaces often feature competitive bidding wars for top-quality specimens. A perfect 1996 D penny is now seen as a trophy piece among collectors, not just because of its rarity, but because of the incredible story behind it. The market value of $337,000 is not only a reflection of the coin's condition but also a symbol of how deeply people value history and craftsmanship. If you're new to coin collecting, this story should inspire you to start paying closer attention to your change. You never know what might be sitting in your wallet, coin jar, or old collection box. Always check for small details, mint marks, and dates. Research and stay curious, because even a common coin can surprise you. Many collectors started out by finding something unusual in their pocket change, only to discover that they were holding something rare and valuable. As we wrap up this introduction, let's remember that the 1996 D Lincoln Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. From its humble origins at the Denver Mint to its rise as a highly sought-after collector's treasure, it tells the story of how something small can become something extraordinary. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins, the journey of finding a rare penny like this one can be one of the most exciting experiences you'll ever have. So, make sure to stick around, because in today's video we're going to break down everything you need to know about the 1996 D Lincoln cent. From its background and key features to tips on identifying the valuable ones and understanding what drives their market value. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video on rare coins and hidden treasures. You might just find that the next big discovery could be right in your pocket. Today's video is going to blow your mind because we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins in modern U.S. history, the 1999 Liberty 1-cent coin. That's right, a simple penny that could be worth more than $200,000. Imagine that, a coin most people would overlook in their pocket change could actually be worth an incredible $231,000 on today's market. So if you love coin collecting, rare finds, or just fascinating stories about how everyday items turn into treasures, make sure to stay tuned until the very end. You might have one of these in your own collection and not even know it yet. Let's start by taking a closer look at what makes the 1999 Liberty 1-cent coin so special. At first glance, it looks like a regular penny, small, coppery red, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front and the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It was minted in the United States during a time when billions of pennies were being produced each year. So what makes one from 1999 so rare and valuable? The answer lies in a fascinating mix of minting errors, historical transitions, and collector demand. During the late 1990s, the United States Mint was preparing for the turn of the millennium. Coin designs and minting technologies were changing rapidly, and mistakes sometimes slipped through the system. The 1999 Liberty 1-cent is famous because some of these coins were struck with special errors that make them stand out from the rest. Some had double die obverse errors, others had off-center strikes, and a few were made on experimental planchets, blank metal discs that were not supposed to be used for pennies at all. Collectors and experts believe that a very small batch of these rare 1999 Lincoln cents escaped the mint and entered circulation before anyone noticed. Over the years, as coin enthusiasts examined their pocket change, a few lucky people discovered that they were holding something far more valuable than a single cent. Now, let's talk about value. How can a penny become worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. The best preserved examples of the 1999 Liberty 1-cent coin, especially those with a perfect minting error or proof-like finish, have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. In one documented sale, a 1999 penny with an ultra-rare planchet error was graded by professional coin grading services as one of the finest known examples and fetched over $231,000. That's right, A single penny sold for the kind of money most people would dream of earning in a year. It is moments like these that remind collectors why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a journey into history, art, and mystery. Every coin tells a story. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent tells a story of precision, change, and the incredible value that can be hidden in plain sight. Let's rewind the clock for a moment and look at where this coin fits into the timeline of American pennies. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, it has gone through several design changes, from the original wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial design introduced in 1959, and later the Union Shield design in 2010. The 1999 penny belongs to the Lincoln Memorial era, which lasted 51 years. By the late 1990s, the composition of the penny had already changed from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core, a change that happened in 1982. That means that most pennies minted after 1982 contain very little actual copper, but that doesn't mean they have no value. When minting errors occur, the metal composition, die alignment, and striking quality can create coins that collectors will pay a premium for. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent is one of those coins. Certain versions were struck with a wide AM and the word America on the reverse side, while others had a close AM. These tiny details, almost invisible to the untrained eye, can make a difference of thousands of dollars. The wide AM variety, in particular, is highly prized by collectors because it was accidentally struck using dies meant for proof coins instead of regular circulation coins. Proof coins are special coins made with extra care and detail, usually for collectors and sets. So when a proof die accidentally gets used to strike regular pennies, it creates a rare hybrid that combines the beauty of a proof with the circulation intent of a regular coin. That's exactly what makes the 1999 wide AM penny so fascinating. When these coins were first discovered, collectors were stunned. People began searching through jars of old pennies, rolls from banks, and even change from grocery stores, hoping to spot that subtle space between the letters A and M in America. Many have found them, but very few are in mint state condition. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A flawless or near-flawless example graded MS69 or MS70 can command astronomical prices at auction. Over time, the legend of the 1999 Liberty 1 cent has only grown. Coin experts, grading services, and numismatic organizations have continued to track its rarity and market demand. In 2025, with coin collecting enjoying a massive surge thanks to online marketplaces and digital auctions, the 1999 penny has reached new peaks of interest. As of now, a pristine version of the 1999 wide AM penny can fetch up to $231,000 depending on the condition and certification. Even lower-grade versions can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making it one of the most exciting coins to hunt for in circulation. So what should you look for if you want to find one yourself? First, grab a magnifying glass and examine the back of the coin. Look at the word America, right under the Lincoln Memorial. If you notice that the letters A and M are slightly separated, you may be looking at the wide AM variety. But if they are touching or nearly touching, that's the common close AM version. Also check for any unusual features such as doubling on the lettering, extra lines, or off-center strikes. These details can increase the coin's value dramatically. Another important thing to note is the mint mark. Most of the valuable 1999 Liberty 1 cent coins come from the Philadelphia Mint, which means they don't have a mint mark below the date. However, always check the details carefully, because other varieties may exist with slight differences that have not yet been fully documented. The beauty of coin collecting is that discoveries never stop. New varieties and errors are still being found every year, sometimes by ordinary people who happen to be paying attention. That's what makes this hobby so thrilling. As we wrap up today's introduction, remember this: the next time you're holding a penny, don't underestimate it. That little copper-colored coin might just hold a story worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin proves that history and value can hide in the smallest details. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest uploads. In upcoming videos, we'll explore more rare coins, secret minting errors, and valuable finds you can look for right at home. Who knows, maybe your next coin could be the one that changes everything. Welcome back to the channel, Coins Collector everyone. It's great to see you again. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins that has captured the attention of collectors all over the world, the 1996 Lincoln Liberty 1-cent coin. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, how special can it really be? But here's the amazing truth, this tiny piece of copper-plated zinc, worth only 1 cent when it left the Denver Mint, has become a hidden treasure that can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. In fact, one particular 1996 Lincoln penny has been valued at a jaw-dropping $337,000 in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth more than a luxury car or even a house. Before we dive into the story behind this incredible coin and explore what makes it so valuable, let's take a quick journey through the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history.